Have you ever made a decision that felt completely logical at the time, only to look back and wonder, what was I thinking? Or have you ever reacted to a situation in a way that surprised even yourself? You're not alone. In fact, studies suggest that up to 90% of our decisions are influenced by our emotions, even when we believe we're thinking rationally. That's right, your emotions are secretly in control of most of your life, whether you realize it or not. And yet, we rarely stop to ask ourselves, why do I feel this way? What is truly driving my emotions? In today's video, we are going to unravel the mystery of emotions, what they are, why they happen, and most importantly, how we can understand them better to take charge of our lives. We're not just talking about the science behind emotions, we're diving into real-life experiences, psychological insights, and practical techniques to help you gain emotional clarity and control. And stick around until the end, because I'll be guiding you through a 2-minute meditation to help you process and regulate your emotions in a healthy way. Trust me, by the time this video ends, you'll start seeing your emotions in an entirely new light. What are emotions and why do they matter? So let's start with the basics. What exactly are emotions? We'd often think of them as fleeting feelings, happiness, sadness, anger, excitement, but in reality, emotions are much more than that. They are powerful biological and psychological responses to what's happening around us. They shape our relationships, influence our choices, and even affect our physical health. Imagine for a moment that you're walking through a forest and suddenly hear a rustling sound behind you. Before you even process what's happening logically, your heart starts racing, your muscles tense, and your brain is flooded with signals telling you to run or fight. That's your amygdala, a small but powerful part of your brain, detecting a potential threat and triggering the emotion of fear before you even have time to think. But emotions aren't just about survival. They guide us in relationships, careers, and decision-making. They can motivate us to chase dreams or hold us back with self-doubt. Some emotions feel automatic, while others can be intentionally shaped by our thoughts and beliefs. And that's what we're here to explore today. How can we decode our emotions and use them as tools for growth, rather than being controlled by them? Why are emotions so hard to understand? One of the biggest struggles people face when it comes to emotions is not knowing why they feel the way they do. Have you ever felt irritated for no reason, or been in a great mood, only to suddenly feel anxious without understanding why? That's because emotions are not just triggered by external events, they are influenced by a complex web of thoughts, memories, past experiences, and even body chemistry. Let's take anger, for example. When someone cuts you off in traffic, your immediate reaction might be frustration or even rage. But is it really about that one moment? Or is it tied to a deeper feeling of powerlessness, past experiences of disrespect, or even stress that has been building up? This is why understanding emotions is so important. If we don't recognize the root causes of our feelings, we risk being controlled by them instead of using them as valuable information. Let's talk about how emotions control us without us realizing it. Imagine a person who always avoids confrontation, even when they're being treated unfairly. They might tell themselves, I just don't like drama, but deep down, what's really happening? Fear. Fear of rejection, fear of disappointing others, fear of uncomfortable emotions. This fear keeps them stuck in toxic situations, unable to stand up for themselves. Now, imagine another person who snaps at their loved ones over small things. On the surface, it looks like anger, but what's underneath? Frustration, stress, or maybe even unresolved pain. Most of the time, what we see on the surface is just the tip of the emotional iceberg. The real work is in going deeper, uncovering the hidden drivers of our emotions, and learning to respond instead of react. When emotions go unchecked, they lead to misunderstandings, unnecessary conflicts, and even self-sabotage. But when we learn to decode them, they become our greatest allies. So how do we begin this process? It all starts with awareness, the science behind emotions. At their core, emotions are both biological and psychological. They originate from the limbic system, a set of structures in the brain that control emotional responses. Did you know that your body often knows what you're feeling before your mind does? That tightness in your chest when you're anxious, the lump in your throat when you're sad, the warmth in your face when you're embarrassed. These physical reactions aren't random. Scientists have found that different emotions activate different parts of the body. Anger lights up the chest and arms, sadness weighs heavily in the limbs, and happiness creates warmth throughout the body. But here's the fascinating part: just as emotions shape our body can also shape our emotions. This includes the amygdala, which processes fear and aggression, and the prefrontal cortex, which helps regulate emotions and make rational decisions. But here's the twist: your brain doesn't experience emotions in isolation. They are also shaped by hormones, memories, social conditioning, and even the people around you. If you grew up in an environment where emotions were suppressed, you might struggle to express your feelings as an adult. If you were constantly told that crying is weak, you might have difficulty processing sadness in a healthy way. Psychologists have spent decades studying theories of emotion, and while there are many, one of the most fascinating is the James Lange theory. This theory suggests that emotions don't come first, our body's reactions do. In other words, you don't feel fear and then start trembling. Your body reacts first, and then your brain interprets that response as fear. This has profound implications. It means that changing your physical state can directly change your emotions. That's why things like deep breathing, movement, and even smiling can instantly shift your emotional state. Emotional intelligence and self-regulation. Now that we understand what drives emotions, let's talk about how to manage them effectively. This is where emotional intelligence comes in. Unlike IQ, which measures intelligence, EQ measures how well you understand, regulate, and express emotions. People with high emotional intelligence tend to recognize their emotions quickly rather than reacting impulsively. Pause before responding in emotionally charged situations. See things from different perspectives and practice empathy. Communicate their feelings clearly rather than bottling them up. The good news: emotional intelligence can be developed. It's not something you're born with or without, it's a skill that can be strengthened with practice. Emotions are not obstacles, they are signals. They are guiding us, teaching us, and helping us navigate life, but we have to learn to listen to them without being ruled by them. If you take away one thing from today's video, let it be this: emotions are powerful, but you are more powerful. Understanding emotions is just the first step. The real transformation happens when you start applying this knowledge in everyday life. The next time you feel overwhelmed by an emotion, try this simple exercise. Pause. Name the emotion. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to tell me? Instead of getting swept away by frustration, recognize it as a signal that something needs to change. Instead of letting fear stop you, see it as a sign that you're stepping outside your comfort zone. The truth is, emotions aren't enemies, they're messengers. And when you learn to listen to those messages instead of fighting them, you'll find yourself making better decisions, improving your relationships, and living a life that feels more authentic and fulfilling. By understanding what drives them, you can start making choices that align with who you truly want to be. And as promised, stay with me for a quick 2-minute guided meditation to help you tune into your emotions and bring balance to your mind. Begin by finding a comfortable seat or lying down. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in and out. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Feel your body relax as you settle into this moment. With each breath, let go of any tension. Breathe in calm and breathe out stress. Now bring your awareness to your emotions. Without trying to change anything, simply notice how you feel right now. Are you holding on to frustration, joy, uncertainty? Whatever is present, acknowledge it with kindness. Imagine each emotion as a passing cloud in the sky. Observe it without getting carried away. Say to yourself, I am not my emotions. I am the observer of my emotions. Allow yourself to feel without resistance, knowing that emotions come and go. Now bring to mind someone you recently interacted with. Try to see things from their perspective, understanding their emotions as you would your own. Silently repeat, may I be kind. May I be understanding. May I respond with wisdom. Gently bring your awareness back to your breath. Breathe in clarity and breathe out compassion. As you open your eyes, carry this sense of awareness and understanding with you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights on personal development and psychology. Let me know in the comments what's one emotion you'd love to understand better. I can't wait to hear your thoughts.